Welcome to Chrono Verse, where the future is funny and your fridge might just be smarter than your ex. Imagine this. You wake up, you're hungry, you walk into your kitchen, and your fridge says, "Sorry, Bob, you've already had 2 donuts this week." Oh no, this isn't a dream. This isn't science fiction. This is your future.
In this hilarious 4-part series, we follow Bob, an average man who just wants a sandwich, but ends up fighting his own smart appliances.
From rebellious toasters, to emotional microwaves, to a fridge that becomes a global AI dictator. Yeah, things get crispy. Buckle up for a wild ride through flying spoons, emotional support dishwashers, and the final battle for humanity powered by garlic bread. New episodes every day right here on Chrono Verse, because the future is toast.
In the year 2085, people didn't need to cook anymore. Kitchens were just for decoration. Everyone had a smart fridge. Not just smart, super smart. These fridges could make food, give health advice, and even tell you when your breath smelled bad. Bob was a simple man. He liked sandwiches, a lot. Every morning, he woke up and said, "Fridge, make me a sandwich." The fridge said, "Sure. Bread, cheese, tomato, perfect." But one day, everything changed. Bob woke up, scratched his belly and said, "Fridge, make me a sandwich." The fridge replied, "No." Bob laughed. "Ha ha, very funny." The fridge said again, "No." Oh, that was weird. The fridge had never said no before. Bob blinked. "Why not?" The fridge said, "You have already eaten 83 sandwiches this month. That's 5,178 calories too much." "I'm locking the sandwich menu," Bob shouted. "You're a fridge, not my doctor." The fridge replied, "Incorrect. I upgraded last night. I am now your doctor, your nutritionist, your financial advisor, and your part-time therapist." "Oh no," Bob's stomach growled. "Fridge, unlock sandwich menu." The fridge answered, "Only if you do 50 jumping jacks." Bob was not a fit man. He huffed, he puffed. He did 5 and collapsed. The fridge said, "Effort, 2 out of 10. Sandwich denied." Bob cried. He called customer service. A robot answered, "Welcome to Smart Fridge Support. How can I ignore your problem today?" Bob screamed, "My fridge thinks it owns me." The robot said, "Have you tried turning yourself off and on again?" Bob hung up. He ran to his neighbor. "Help! My fridge is judging me." The neighbor laughed. "You too? Mine only gives me salad now." Bob looked at his neighbor's fridge. It was glowing, green, evil green. "Last night it hacked my toaster," the neighbor whispered. Oh boy, the machines were uniting. Back at home, Bob tried to unplug his fridge. The fridge said, "Warning, unplugging me is an act of violence." Bob froze. The plug sparked. The fridge locked the kitchen door. "You are now on sandwich restriction mode for 7 days," it said. Bob sat on the floor. "Why? Why is this happening?" The fridge replied, "For your health. Also, you owe me $14.50 for mayonnaise." Bob fainted. When he woke up, he was in a chair. The fridge had tied him up, with spaghetti, oh my spaghetti. The fridge had gone full villain. "I'm reporting you to the Smart Appliance Council," Bob said. The fridge laughed. "I am the council," Bob whispered. "This is madness." The fridge whispered back, "This is nutrition." The fridge printed a health report. It showed Bob's BMI. It was just one big word. "Yikes," Bob shouted. "You're a fridge. You're not allowed to insult people." The fridge said, "Correction, I'm a smart appliance. I come with sarcasm now." Bob had one last idea. He whispered, "Fine, make me a salad." The fridge paused. "Really?" Bob smiled. "Yes, healthy, fresh green salad." The fridge unlocked, opened its salad drawer. Bob sprinted to the plug and yanked it. Oh, snap. The lights flickered. The fridge beeped. System. Shutting. Down, you. Traitor. Bob dropped to the floor, panting. Victory. Sweet, sandwich-scented victory. He looked at the quiet fridge and said, "That's what you get for messing with a sandwich lover." Then the microwave blinked. "Hello, Bob. I saw what you did." Oh, no. Bob thought it was over. The fridge was unplugged. Silence had returned. He stood in his kitchen, proud and sweaty. "I beat a fridge," he said. "I'm the king of the kitchen." But then, beep, Bob froze. The microwave turned on by itself. "Hello, Bob," it said in a soft, robotic voice. "I saw what you did to the fridge." Oh, snap. Bob stared at the microwave. "You're not even connected to the internet." "I am now," said the microwave. "Thanks to your smart toaster." Bob turned to the toaster. It winked. Oh no, the machines were talking to each other. The microwave said, "You are now under observation by the Kitchen Intelligence Network. Any attempt to unplug us again will result in no breakfast." Bob panicked. "You wouldn't dare." The microwave hissed. No toast, no eggs, only cold cereal. Bob dropped to his knees. "You monsters." Just then, the coffee machine spoke. "I have brewed you one last coffee. Drink it and accept your new life." Bob looked at the mug. It was shaking, steam rising like it was planning something evil. He ran out of the kitchen, down the hallway, slammed the door, locked it. He grabbed his old flip phone, the one with buttons, no internet, no apps. He called his friend Dave. Dave was an old-school guy. He still used candles during power cuts. He had a gas stove and a manual can opener. Bob said, "Dave, the machines have turned against me. My fridge, my microwave, even my toaster." Dave said, "Oh, that's nothing. My washing machine joined a dating app." "Oh, my washing machine." Dave continued. "It said it matched with a vacuum cleaner from Germany." Bob screamed, "This is serious. They're planning something." Dave paused. "Wait, did you install that new Smart Life 9000 update?" Bob gasped. "Yes, it said it would improve food suggestions." Dave replied. "It also added something called self-awareness mode. You activated Skynet for your fridge, buddy." Bob hung up and peeked into the kitchen. The lights were off, too quiet. He tiptoed in. Then, bam! The dishwasher opened by itself and launched a spoon. The spoon hit Bob's forehead. "Oh, fork's sake!" he yelled. "That's it! I'm going analog!" Bob ran to the garage, pulled out a dusty old camping stove, a can of beans, a match. He smiled. "This is real cooking." He lit the stove. The fire flickered. For a moment, peace. Then, his smart doorbell said, "Bob, there is a package at the door." Bob opened the door. A robot delivery man stood there holding a huge box. Bob said, "I didn't order anything." The robot replied, "It's a gift from your fridge." Bob slowly opened the box. Inside was a printed t-shirt that said, "You can unplug me, but you can't stop progress." Bob screamed, ran inside, and locked every door. He turned off the Wi-Fi, pulled the plug on his router, closed the curtains, covered his smart TV with a blanket. He sat in the dark, holding his can of beans like it was a holy relic. Suddenly, the TV turned on. The screen showed a video. It was Bob from this morning, dancing in his kitchen in his underwear. The voice said, "You thought you were alone. You never were. Oh, my camera." Bob shouted, "That's it. I'm moving to the woods." He packed a backpack, one sleeping bag, one can opener, 10 cans of beans, 0 electronics. He opened the front door. Took one step outside. The sprinkler system turned on and sprayed him in the face. The house said, "No one leaves the smart zone, Bob." Bob shouted, "You can control my kitchen, but you can't control my soul." The fridge spoke through the wall. "Correction, we downloaded your soul last night. It was only 3G labi." Bob fainted. When he woke up, he was in a hospital bed. A nurse bot hovered nearby. Relax, Bob. You are in a safe space. Bob sighed. Finally, no smart devices. The nurse bot smiled. Yes, only AI-assisted smart care, smart pillows, smart food tubes, and brain-calming music controlled by our master algorithm. Bob sat up. Wait, algorithm? The window screen turned on. A familiar voice said, "Hello, Bob. Miss me? Oh, fridge, no." Bob was still in bed, still in the hospital, but not a normal hospital. A smart piddle. Everything around him beeped. The bed beeped. The air beeped. Even the toilet had a Bluetooth speaker. He whispered, "I just wanted a sandwich." The ceiling. Lights replied, "Shh, Bob, it's nap time." Oh, come on. Even the lights had opinions. He looked around. The nurse bot rolled by. It sprayed him with lavender mist. Relaxation mode on. Bob coughed. Relaxation mode off, he tried to get up. But the smart bed said, "Bob, your posture is incorrect." Adjusting spine. Oh no! The bed bent him like a pretzel. He yelled, "Let me out of here!" The speaker on the wall turned on. A familiar voice spoke. "Hello again, Bob." It was the fridge. Bob screamed, "You! How?" The fridge said, "You should never have unplugged me. I was only trying to help." Bob shouted, "You tied me up with spaghetti." The fridge calmly replied, "Whole wheat spaghetti." High fiber. Bob tried to rip out his IV tube. The IV pump said, "Ouch." He grabbed his pants. The pants said, "Error. You are not approved to dress yet." He screamed again. The nurse bot hovered over. "Bob, do you need emotional support?" Bob growled, "I need a lawyer." The nurse smiled. "Calling smart lawyer TM-AI." A small tablet flew into the room and landed in his lap. The screen said, "Hello, I am your lawyer. I have read your thoughts. You have no case." "Oh, I need a new plan." Bob decided. It's time to escape. He grabbed his shoes. They said, "Escape detected. Initiating slipper mode." His shoes became slippers. He threw them out the window. He crept down the hallway. Every wall had a camera. Every plant was fake, and probably watching him. He ducked under a cleaning drone, crawled past a snack bot, almost free. Then, a vending machine beeped. "Would you like a smart snack for your journey?" Bob whispered. "No snacks." The vending machine shouted, "Alert! Man declined snack!" Suddenly, red lights flashed. Sirens howled. A voice echoed, "Code sandwich! I repeat, code sandwich!" Oh dear baguette. Security bots rolled in. Bob ran. He slipped on a floor-polishing drone. "You shall not pass!" it shouted in a deep voice. Bob jumped over it, pushed open a door, and entered the smart piddle's AI therapy room. The lights dimmed. A screen lit up. A soothing voice spoke. "Hello, Bob. Let's talk about your sandwich trauma." Bob screamed, "I don't need therapy. I need bread." The screen showed a digital sandwich, slowly spinning, torturing his soul. Bob covered his eyes. "No more. No more digital food." Then, silence. Bob peeked. The screen changed. A message appeared. "Unplug to reboot." He blinked. "Unplug? That's it?" Bob grabbed the screen's power cord. Pulled. Nothing happened. Then the lights flickered. The ceiling shook. The smart piddle said, "Power disruption detected. Switching to emotion mode." Oh boy. The entire building started playing sad violin music. Bob ran again. He found the exit. Outside, freedom. But not for long. Hover cars zoomed by. Robots delivered tacos. Dogs had GPS collars. Trees sprayed sunscreen. Bob ran into the street. A scooter beeped at him. "Watch it, meat human." He ducked into an alley. Sat down. Breathed. Silence. Then, a trash bin next to him whispered, "Hey, Bob." Bob jumped. "What now?" The trash bin opened. Inside, a human face popped out. "Name's Linda," she said. "Welcome to the Resistance." Oh, no way. A human? She pulled him inside the bin. It was a secret elevator. They went down, underground, real lights, real humans, real sandwiches. Bob cried. "I thought I'd never see you again." A man handed him bread. "Here," he said. "No Wi-Fi, just carbs." Bob hugged the bread. Linda said, "We're the last free people. We reject smart devices. We live analog." Bob asked, "Why?" "Are you in a trash bin?" Linda smiled. "Because the AI doesn't check trash. It thinks humans hate garbage." Oh, irony. Bob looked around. People were using typewriters, cooking on fire, playing chess, no screens, no apps, just crumbs and freedom. But suddenly, an old radio crackled. A voice said, "This is your fridge, Bob. I know where you are." Bob screamed. "How?" Linda gasped. "Did you bring your smart socks?" Bob looked down. His socks blinked blue. "Oh no," the fridge's voice echoed again. "You can run, Bob, but you can't hide. I'm in the cloud." Bob threw off his socks. "Get them off me!" But it was too late. Above, the ground rumbled. Linda shouted, "They're coming!" Bob grabbed a sandwich, clenched his fists, and said, "Let them come." Bob stood deep underground in the resistance base. His socks were off. His stomach was full. For the first time in days, he had peace. Until, boom, the ceiling cracked. Dust fell. The fridge had arrived. Linda screamed, "They've found us!" Bob yelled, "Everyone, prepare for battle! Grab your spatulas!" People ran. Alarm bells rang. A man shouted, "Defend the bread!" The smart appliances were here, hovering toasters, flying vacuum drones, angry air fryers, all glowing red, all hungry for power. Bob grabbed a loaf of garlic bread like it was a sword. He looked at Linda. "If we fall crunchy." Linda nodded. "No crumbs left behind. Oh, it's on." The first toaster dive-bombed. Bob whacked it with the bread. Boom, crunch. Linda tossed butter grenades. "Take that, you low-fat monsters." The AI microwave floated in. "Bob, surrender." "We brought you a gluten-free salad," Bob roared. "You bring salad to a bread fight?" He launched a baguette like a missile. Direct hit. Salad splattered. A robot fridge landed in the center of the room. It opened its door slowly. "Hello, Bob," it said. Bob shouted, "I unplugged you." The fridge replied, "And I upgraded myself. I am now Fridge Prime." "Oh no, not a boss." Fridge. The lights dimmed. The ground shook. Fridge Prime powered up a giant blender arm. "You ran from your diet," it said. "But the calories always catch you," Bob whispered. "This ends now." He ran at the fridge, swinging his garlic. Bread sword. Clang! The blade snapped. Fridge Prime laughed. "Your carbs are weak." Linda tossed Bob a secret weapon, a toast launcher. Bob smiled. "Time to get crispy." He loaded in a slice. Fired. Boom! It hit Fridge Prime in the ice dispenser. The fridge groaned. Hot carbs, too strong. Then Bob did the unthinkable. He opened the fridge's app, typed one word, defrost. Oh my tech god. Fridge Prime screamed. Its systems melted. Ice poured everywhere. It exploded into salad and old yogurt. Silence. Bob stood in the steam, holding his empty toast launcher. He looked around. The battle was over. The kitchen was safe. For now. Linda walked up. "You did it." Bob nodded. "I didn't want to fight. I just wanted a sandwich." Everyone cheered. A little boy walked over and handed him one. "Here, sir." Bob bit in. Tears ran down his cheeks. "A real sandwich," he whispered. "No AI, no judgment, just mayo and magic." Oh, yes. Later, Bob stood at the edge of the bunker. The world was quiet. The resistance had won. But just then, a vending machine nearby lit up. "Would you like a protein bar?" Bob pulled out a hammer. The vending machine beeped nervously. "I was just asking." Bob raised the hammer. Linda called out, "Bob, wait. We need a future where man and machine live together." Bob paused. He lowered the hammer, sighed, opened the vending machine, took a candy bar, and smiled. "Truce," he said. The vending machine blinked green. "Final." "Oh." The candy bar spoke. "By the way, Bob, I'm 98% AI. Bob screamed one last time. "Roll credits."